Hello everyone. I wanted to do today's video on cosmetics, how I apply my cosmetics, as well as some of the brands that I use on a regular basis. So to get started, I would like to say I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. I try to limit it to just a few times a week. The reason for this is because throughout the week I do heavy moisturizing and toning so that I'm able to have a clean palette and a nourished face. You know, we got to nourish our skin and our body in every way, including externally as well as internally. So to begin, I start by either just showering, washing my face, and then I apply my moisturizers as well as toners. I let that dry and set for about 10 minutes usually before I apply makeup when I'm going to wear makeup. So to begin, let's see, I usually start with the Too Faced Beauty Balm, which is just a tinted beauty balm. You can get this at Sephora or Ulta. And it does also have an SPF 20 sunscreen, which is really good. Sunscreen is something that I can't harp about enough. I use a 100 SPF sunscreen before my moisturizer, and then most of my makeup does have sunscreen in it as well. Being that I know our culture doesn't really wear sunscreen a lot. A lot of people just wake up, go outside and do their thing, but it is something that I think more people need to really pay attention to because it makes a tremendous impact on your skincare and the appearance of your skin. So I go ahead and start with that. Now, the nice thing about this particular product is that it is semi-coverage, so it does not have a whole lot of coverage, and that can allow your natural skin to kind of shine through. Excuse me. And gives more of a healthy, natural glow, as opposed to something like MAC would, like their Studio Finish, I think it is, or what is it? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's their Studio Finish, because that can often appear as very cakey and very thick and very superficial. If you're going for that appearance, it's completely up to you. It's just I like something that's a little more breathable and a little more organic in appearance. So I go ahead and just apply this to my face in the problem areas. Now, I do tend to have dark eyelids and eye sockets. I call them raccoon eyes. And so I do try to conceal that as best I can. I know that a lot of times when I'm applying this particular product, you can sometimes overdo it, so you just want to, I use the dabbing method to try to get it applied as best I can, and that way it doesn't smear all over the place and I guess lose its power of coverage. So go ahead and just apply this. Now, a little does go a long way with this, and like I said, I don't like to overdo it in terms of coverage because I think it can give that surreal, superficial effect. So I just kind of blend that into my face. Once that has been done, I go ahead and move on to the MAC Skin Finish, Mineralize Skin Finish. This, a lot of people have done quite a few reviews on. I've noticed a lot of YouTube makeup gurus. So I go ahead and take this and I just apply it to the upper cheekbone. Now, the reason I do this is because it gives more of a, again, I think a natural glow and just a healthy glow in general. Really lets your skin kind of reflect its plateau or its plain surface. So Once I do that, I go ahead and apply it to the T-zone area as well, and down the bridge of the nose slightly. I don't like to do the tip of the nose too much just because it can look oily if you do this particular thing. Then I go ahead and dab a little on my finger, and I apply it just to the cupid's bow. Of the lips. And then you go ahead and apply some as well to the chin and the jawline. This just kind of gives, again, like a natural, healthy glow without too much iridescence, because I know that can occasionally bring out fine lines and things like that a lot of people don't find too attractive. Once I've done that, I take the Natural Finish Loose Powder by Chanel, and this is a wonderful product. Basically I use it as a finishing powder after I've applied my my foundation or concealer. If it's liquid or a cream even, I usually apply this just to kind of set that and make sure that it lasts throughout the day. Now this does tend to have a slightly powdery appearance if you apply too much, so I would definitely say that a little bit of this goes a long way. You don't need a ton of it. And I don't tend to apply it to every part of my face. I try to keep my cheekbones, jawline, and general outside of my face more oily, to be honest, and more dry on the inside of the face. I like this appearance because I think it still looks clean, but it's not completely matte. I don't like a completely matte face because I just think it just doesn't look too healthy to me. I like something with a little reflection to it and depth to it. So once I've applied that, I go ahead and take the Naked Urban Decay Basics palette, and this is just the eyeshadow palette. Now I usually take the color Venus, which is right here, or Foxy. Venus has slightly more iridescence in it, and I take that and just apply it to the inner corner of my eyelids and the outer corner of my eyelids. Now by doing this, it brightens up the eye, especially my skin around the eyes. It's quite dark, if you've seen. So it just kind of lightens everything up and brightens the eyelids. So now you can go ahead and apply a little bit on the lid of the eye if you'd like to. Just kind of depends. That's basically it though for the eyeshadow. And lastly, I take the Chanel, it's Ombré Essentielle in Ivory. And it is similar in color, but I find that it is not quite as iridescent, or the iridescents are finer, so it's not as noticeable as the one I just applied. And I usually take this and I just apply it slightly under the brow bone. Now this gives a nice clean contrast between the eyebrow and the skin, so it does give the appearance of more chisel and more I guess slightly more drama. Once I've completed that, I usually end the look with the DiorShow Mascara, just in Blackout, I guess is the color, or actually 099 is the color. And this is optional. For men's makeup, I usually prefer some depth to the eye because I know with powders and things like that, it can occasionally dust on the eyelashes and create kind of, it gives the appearance that you're wearing makeup. So by doing this, I think it kind of Just adds like health and another dimension to your eye. Now you can apply it on the bottom lashes as well. I have really long bottom lashes, so I feel like the look for me is a little too dramatic. It looks like Twiggy or something, so but you can definitely do that. Now to end the look, once I've done my mascara, I have this tube of it's just a clear coat mascara. You can get it from Walgreens or Target, any drugstore, and it's just a couple of dollars. But the reason I do this is because I don't wear waterproof mascara. The reason that I don't wear waterproof mascara is because it's really bad for your eyes or eyelashes, and it's damaging to them. So I started buying this and just kind of experimenting, and I started using it as a top coat for any mascara basically that isn't waterproof. And so I just apply this over the mascara I just applied. The nice thing about this is that it smooths out the bumps or the clumps that you get from mascara, and it really allows the eyelash to look natural and smooth and slick. So once I do that, I usually just brush through the eyebrow slightly as well, just to keep them in place throughout the day. And lastly, I usually just do chapstick. You can do lip gloss, lipstick, whatever you prefer. I usually just do a Burts Bees chapstick, particularly the pomegranate one. I like this one because it has a slight pigmentation to it, slightly red, so it gives kind of a healthy glow to the lips rather than just being neutral and kind of just fading. But that is pretty much it for my skincare cosmetics, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. Please let me know if you would like me to make any other videos for you, and I will happily do so. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye.